Imagine a world, same planet, same time, 2023 or whatever year it is you're watching this. Now, imagine that this is an alternate timeline. We deviated sometime between 30 and 40 years ago. We have many of the modern world technologies we know in our alternate timeline, but we have space stations, planet stations, and spaceships, all with orbiting rings to create artificial gravity. All technology is what we currently have, or could reasonably have within the next 5 years. Unlike most sci-fi, I don't do dystopia. Is there conflict? Of course. It wouldn't be a story without. But there is too much dystopia, and I prefer the semi-utopia portrayed by some variants of Star Trek. What about materials? How much material would it take to make a giant space station, as well as 20 different planet stations, rotating spheres with a landscape to look like a planet on the inside? Well, let's look at some comparisons. A large spaceship's diameter would be no more than the height of the Burj Khalifa in the United Arab Emirates in the Middle East. A planet station would be around 3 of those stacked on top of each other, but only the shell. And keep in mind that we want to be able to spin the rings so it creates 1g, or where it simulates Earth's gravity. And the rings would spin at different speeds, just to keep that. Because otherwise, the closer you are, it would spin, relatively slower, and then you'd just feel lighter. Anyway, now the planet stations will be relying on modern technology, namely a spinning sphere with one side having the ground and the trees, etc., with the other side for the screen or projection of a sky with the sun and moon. It could even use hollowed out asteroids, however they would have to move closer so we could access them easier. Now, our technology is nowhere near ready for creating livable actual planets, but there isn't room to put another in our solar system anyway, without disturbing the orbits, especially when it takes us days just to get to the moon and almost a year to get to Mars without a faster-than-light and FTL engine. Even the speed of light is too slow. It takes 5 hours to reach Pluto. The planet stations could be 5 kilometers or 3 miles in diameter, roughly the distance to the visible horizon, so it doesn't disorient residents. And we can keep those guys around the moon or so, a good couple of days distance. So, to recap, same year, but with our modern tech being used to build spaceships, space stations, and planet stations within a 5-day journey from Earth. Now that that's over, let's go with the story. The world described is introduced, and we see the commander, a NASA rank for the leader on a space shuttle, hence the captain, and her son travel from the Space Center in Cornwall, England, to the Endeavour to take a group of colonists and tourists to a planet station called Daos. After dropping off the passengers, they encounter an oblong asteroid, and they fall unconscious. They wake up to find Daos gone. They try to communicate with the other planet stations, but to no avail. They return back to Earth only to find the giant space dock gone as well. While monitoring comms, they notice something odd. It is our timeline that they have landed in. What will happen to the Endeavour? Will they get home? Find out next time. If I'm able to open the comments, please tell me what you think should happen next. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I don't think I have a wee notification button yet, but feel free if you can find it. That concludes this presentation. Thank you.